I love this shirt so much. You read it?
Tell me about the shirt.
This shirt, I bought it in New York. Like a week ago, I bought it in New York. And I was literally just walking by. I saw this dude unloading a truck, and the shirt was like just hanging off like this piece of metal. And I don't know why I wanted to ask him. The shirt didn't even look like it was for sale. It looked like he was using it as a rag. But I was like, are you selling that shirt? Ironically enough, he had more, and he sold me like, he just sold me a $10 shirt that had like the sickest message. Look at this. Doesn't that just resonate? It sounds corny, but representation is important. And I feel like letting people know that inclusivity is a thing amongst our scene, maybe not enough people know about that. It all comes from the essence of just like being heard. Everyone has a voice, and how everyone, you know, has something to get off their chest. Letting others know, especially those that relate to, you know, whether it's your culture or your background, letting, like I always say, you're never alone. Letting people know they're not alone and representing for others kind of builds community, and it allows other people to enter those communities and, you know, strengthen numbers, right? So that's something I always preach, just like the Latin representation, because I'm a Hispanic from South America. I was born in Ecuador, and my country is so small that like when I first came here, I felt like I was the only Ecuadorian in all of the United States. And outside of having friends that are into the same music, I felt like there was no representation for like someone like me. And so I'm big on that, and I think other people should too. Like just the more people know that they can relate with each other, I feel like the more sense of community and family that builds. And that's like one reason why I'm so big on that. So in the music, I make it a point to write specific songs only in Spanish, because certain messages are just going to come across more direct in Spanish, just as other songs will come more direct in English. There's certain songs that I want the crowd to chant, "Fuck the police" back at me. So it's like, we're going to write that in English because we live in the United States, and most of our crowd is more likely going to know English more than they know Spanish. And, you know, it's a no-brainer. But there's certain topics that are so personal, and I can only touch these certain emotions using Spanish. I do a lot of my representation off the stage, actually. I'm always quick to let people know where I'm from and how I want to just be a voice for those that feel like they don't have one. I felt like that for a long time growing up, and anytime that I just saw somebody even my age, it doesn't even have to be like my race, dude. Like, I would see somebody my age, somebody young, really kicking ass. I'm like, I want to do that too, man. Like, I want to be like you. And then just hearing people tell me like, nah, man, be yourself. Like, that shit is empowering. Hearing stuff like that amongst a community where you feel like an outcast to begin with, that's so important. And it all comes back to that, where it's like letting people know they're not alone, letting people know that they have somebody to talk to, letting people know that somebody shares similar experiences, and that just builds community. But I'd like to see a lot more Latino representation. I feel like in the extreme metal world, at least locally, I'm speaking locally, you know, I can't speak for other areas, but that's one thing I would like to see more, because there's a specific neighborhood where I'm from called Langley Park, and I would just like to see more cats from Langley Park coming to shows, you know, like it's a whole Hispanic community that's like untouched, and where I'm coming from. And I would like to see more unity in that, and that could probably go for a lot of other things. More mixed shows, you know, like more mixed genre shows. That would be fucking sick to see. Just like have everybody come together. We all think alike. We're all anti-authority. and we can share a lot of those views, even if a lot of people have different like tastes of music. We have a lot more in common with each other than we think. We like to find reasons to separate ourselves from others, whether it be our taste in music, our taste in environments, our taste in activities. Maybe if we just took the time to get to know each other a little better, we could all be in a better place. Even if we offend each other in passing, if we just took the time to get to know each other, to just understand where everyone's coming from. And this is so vague, but this can literally work for so many different types of situations. If we just took the time to understand each other, we would get so much farther.